All right, so in the last one we did that add form. So we added the form to the add page. We printed out the post data. It was a query dictionary. So since it's a dictionary, we can access the keys on there. And I'm going to show you how we can access those keys and create a new object that we're going to add to the database from that form itself. So I'm going to launch the server again just to make sure everything's still working. And let's see. Admin, we want to go to home. Cash tracker, list all, still works. Add receipt. We still have our form here. And we could say some merchandise and $100. Add that. It's going to print out right here. Again, we have our CSRF middleware token, that secret key that kind of validates this form came from our server, our website. The price, and then the merchandise. So to add this form, or add this information into a new object and create a new receipt object, we need to open up our views. So go into Cash Tracker and Notepad++, or excuse me, whatever text editor you're using, open up your views.py. So we were right here last time. If request.method is equal to post, it's going to do this. If it's not, if it's just a GET request, like we first get to the page without submitting the form, it's not. It's going to skip this whole thing and just return the form. Let's see. So what I want to do now is we can have this request.post. We saw what that looked like. And to access those variables, I'm going to create a new variable called post merchandise. And that's going to equal to request.post.get, and then the name of the keyword we're grabbing, merchandise. And we'll do our post price is going to equal request.post.get price. And now, just like we did in the shell, we're going to create a new receipt that uses that information. So receipt, the first parameter is the merchandise attribute, and we're going to set that equal to our post merchandise value. A comma, because we got to separate these. And now we have our price attribute, which is going to equal post.price. And let's print that out. We're not going to do anything with it yet. We're just going to print it out to the server log, make sure it's doing what we expect. So I need to run my server. So I went to my root level directory, Python manage.py run server. Looks like it's working correctly. Let's bring this up, refresh this page here, and you'll notice, and it still works. So let's go. This is going to be, we'll just call this testing blah 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 99.99. Add receipt. Nothing happened there, but we come down here. Here's our query dictionary, and then there is our receipt object. And remember, that's the way that we set the its toString method, if you will, the def __ string __. So now all we have to do, since we have this object, our object, which is the receipt instance of whatever we pass into the form, just like you did in the shell, you just say r.save. So do that. I saved that. Server's still running. It refreshed. So let's add in a, I don't know, we bought a CD for $14.99. Alrighty, refresh. We didn't get any errors, so that's good. So now let's go to list all, and there it is, right there. So the final thing I want to do is just add a little confirmation up here at the top. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a, let's see, I'm going to say context. Remember, context is a dictionary, so we can define new keywords and set them equal to a value. So I'm going to say content success is equal to true. So if I don't get an error on r.save, if I do get an error, it's going to kick an error back and not run the rest of this. If I don't get an error, I'm going to add a new variable, a new keyword called context, or excuse me, called success, and set that equal to true. And again, finally, we're rendering the template. We're passing in the context. So what I want to do now is open up this add page, and right here at the top, I want to add this. If success, receipt added, add another, and if. So this is just saying if we have a keyword, success, and if it's set to true, print this out. If we don't have it, just skip this whole block and render the form. So let's come over here, refresh this page here, and now what are we gonna buy? We're gonna buy some pants, and we're gonna spend, I don't know, $50 on our pants. Add receipt, boom, receipt added, add another, and you can put in the information right there. All right, it's a very quick introduction to forms. There's definitely, Django's got definitely more, where's my views? Django's got definitely more advanced ways to handle forms. Like you can make a form class just like you would a model class, create an instance of that class, and then just pass it into the context. It makes it a lot easier. But for right now, we're going to keep things super basic and just stick with handling forms this way.